He has been called one of the most dangerous young finishers in boxing.
But he's under control, but this fight has to be over. And finally
down on those shots. Those are not peppering type of punches.
Ooh, like that one, that uppercut.
Because he blends in speed and timing like a veteran.
Up top with the left. Good counter shot, and that one puts him down.
Abdullah Mason isn't just winning fights. He's making statements with every appearance.
Well, he defends against punching.
Oh, counter right hand.
Ooh.
Left, that one wobbles Oliveira. He's in bad shape, and Abdullah Mason tripling up on the left hook.
But standing across from him is a different kind of problem named Isaac Pitbull Cruz. A pressure machine built for violence, pace, and pure discomfort. Cruz doesn't give you space to think. He takes it away from you.
He's the type of guy that's just gonna pressure, relentless pressure, body work, just volume. And Piero said it.
And many believe his forward-pressing style is the exact kind of storm Mason hasn't fully faced yet. This isn't just youth versus experience. It's calm precision meeting unshakable pressure.
Mason 5, and there's that lightning quick left hook.
And speed trying to outrun brute violence.
Not landing an awful lot of shots. Oh, that was there it is! One shot!
The question isn't who looks better on paper. It's who breaks first when the ring stops feeling big. This is the perfect time to find out. In the summer of 2025, Isaac Pitbull Cruz stepped into the ring with Omar Salcido in a WBC interim super lightweight title clash. That, on paper, looked like a classic stylistic trap waiting to snap shot on the Mexican power puncher. Salcido came in as the experienced spoiler type. He was the kind of veteran who doesn't always try to outgun you, but instead drags you into uncomfortable spaces and slowly bleeds your rhythm away. But Cruz doesn't fall into traps. He sets them up with forward pressure and brutality. His pressure builds in layers. It's subtle at first, then undeniable, and gradually, the entire fight starts tilting toward force over finesse. Once that shift happens, everything changes, and that's exactly what you're about to see.
All right, two men who dream of getting into the Hall of Fame someday. Isaac Cruz, the Pitbull, comes out and does what the Pitbull does.
Just eat and get ready for his style. Listen, I'm ready. And he fights anyone, anytime, and he fights the same way. I'm loving Pitbull right now.
Thursday. Oh, nice shot. And I said, how's he going to make weight? And he didn't. He couldn't.
Shots that are gonna play differently for Isaac Cruz. A double jab, he gets in close, and there's the body shot. Beautiful work for Pitbull Cruz to get in, to cut off the ring. Two jabs, beautiful right hook to the body from Pitbull Cruz. Overhand right or left to the head. There it is, he tried it. Yeah, man.
Right now it's Isaac Cruz landing big, powerful shots like that overhand right.
It's in size, but he is able to, as you see right there, shift and really load up on these power shots.
But one thing I am noticing about Cruz, though, he's patient tonight. He's not running, looping right, just behind the guard of that. Oh, that's a beautiful left hook from Cruz. Salcido trying to land the right hand, but he gets clipped by a three-shot combination from Pitbull. And Pitbull is coming on here in this round, trying to show his class.
Right here, we're gonna see that tight guard that we're talking about. Pitbull coming in, no jab, but tight guard, not giving anything to Salcido, but Salcido finds an opening. Overhand right, uppercut.
Beautifully.
Oh,
cute.
Goodness. And he went on survival mode.
Ooh, that's a nice slapping right hook. Pitbull says it landed once, will it land twice? Why not?
I really think Fierro pulling out in the way he did and the way Cruz interpreted that pulling out, it's kind of fighting with a chip on his shoulder tonight.
That's talking to is what we call that. And Pitbull says, you do the talking, I'll do the punching.
I was just gonna say, you know what that means? He's not gonna be able to hold, so guess what? He's about to take a beating.
These are big time power shots Pitbull's unloading.
And after sometimes those 8-10 seconds in the corner that you get catch a breather, they give you that little energy that we saw from Pitbull. Oh, that's a nice right hand that hurt him, yes. And then going for it.
And he's showing, he's kind of showing no respect for the punching power of Salcido, who really hasn't given him a reason to do that just yet.
Cruz has to land some big shots, but here it is the last round, and he's gonna go for it all.
Oh, nice left.
Right now at this point.
Left hook again from Isaac Cruz. Salcido needs to bite down when the Pitbull goes to work because El Perro de Casa, the Pitbull, is ready to put in some work here. The last 40 seconds of this fight. I don't know how he withstood that punishment.
Listen, he wants to finish this fight. He wants to knock him out.
And there's the point deduction finally. And you know what? He says, I'll take the point deduction over the knockdown.
It was a very purposeful hold.
Yeah, stop the momentum that Cruz definitely had at that moment. So if I were Cruz, I'm like, no, don't take the point.
Vicious overhand right. It's been the left that's been doing damage this round. And now he has to hold on and take the knockdown. Put his glove on the canvas.
I feel like this fight could be stopped.
I mean, there's 17 seconds. You got to give this kid a chance to finish on his feet. And he needs to move out of the way and just survive, but he's got to turn hard. Credit to Omar Salcido for standing up to Isaac Cruz, and credit to Isaac Cruz for saying, you put whoever you want in front of me, and I am going to take them out.
Look, it was all power punches from Pitbull late. You see the 4-punch combination, the voluntary late knee from Salcido. But what we said, credit to Salcido's will and chin for going the distance in what ultimately was a showcase for the explosiveness of Isaac Pitbull Cruz. The left hook, the right hand follow. It was 3- and 4-punch combinations all night.
All three in favor of the winner, and he is now the WBC Interim Super Lightweight Champion, Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Like Cruz, Abdullah Mason is also a mean machine, but he operates on a different mechanism. In the summer of 2024, Abdullah Mason stepped into one of the most important tests of his young career when he faced Luis Lebron, a seasoned Puerto Rican veteran carrying a solid 20-5 record with 13 knockouts. On paper, it looked like a classic rising prospect versus experienced gatekeeper matchup, but in reality, it carried much more weight than that. LeBron wasn't just experienced. He was proven durable, battle-tested, and mentally tough. He had seen hard hitters before, survived storms, and most importantly, had never been stopped in his entire professional career. That detail alone turned this fight into a real measuring stick for Mason. If he couldn't break LeBron, questions would follow. If he could, it would signal something serious.
LeBron's going to try to take this fight deep. And the reason for that is because Abdullah's never been past 6 rounds.
Is scheduled for 8. Ring walk came down to Purple Rain, and he's got the purple trunks, the full purple kit with the bedazzled. Look at these kicks.
It's going to be a really good test, and things will heat up midway. If LeBron feels that he can deal with the punching power and the accuracy of the young fella, he's going to turn it up. He's going to see, he's going to find a way to test that chin. Again, you don't know how good a fighter is until he gets hit. Once he gets hit and you see how he reacts, then we understand what we got here.
There are all those unique rungs on the ladder of being a prized prospect. When you're somebody like Abdullah Mason, as you see the pressure from LeBron as he had him pinned against the ropes for a second, Abdullah turns back to the center of the ring and applies that southpaw jab. But just getting back to that conversation, Timmy, obviously matchmaking is critical when you have such a prized blue chip guy like Abdullah Mason, a guy that everybody in the boxing biz says is an absolute can't miss. But who you place him in against in those stages of development as you go from 4-rounders to 6-rounders to 8-rounders, the opponents serve a purpose.
Yes.
And having an opponent who can pressure you, who can hit you, who can have you find out something about yourself is a very important step.
It is a very important thing. I mean, you have Abdullah that's coming in this matchup with 3 knockouts, back-to-back knockouts.
Right.
He's in there with the most experienced guys he's ever faced in his entire career on a huge stage, so you wonder how he's going to be able to deal with the pressure that comes with this as well. And he still has to perform and look flawless during the test. LeBron just slowly, methodically just coming forward.
Left uppercut and then backs it up with the right hand.
He's just defense right now.
Oh, look at that. He's able to slip and go to the body with the left hand was Mason.
Yeah, LeBron knows that he's outgunned. He knows that the speed differential. So he's going to have to depend on timing. And he's being defensively sound right now and just inching closer and closer to the southpaw, Mason.
Abdullah Mason, the first of our fighters in the spotlight tonight. Keyshawn Davis will be coming up next.
Delight to watch. He's a guy that looks for the knockout at 140 pounds. And, of course, you got my man Tiger Johnson. I mean, there's no Tiger that same stripes. They don't have the same stripes. This young man right here, he knows what he's doing.
Round
inside
number
that
2
ring.
for Mason against LeBron. You saw,
there it is.
You may have heard, and there's the combination. There's the hand speed as well. You heard from his father, Valiant. His 52-year-old father is his trainer. He said, take your time and keep it simple. That was the message to Abdullah Mason. I want to ask you about the relationship with Valiant Mason, his father who trained in martial arts and raises his boys and his sons. They grew up taking part in training in all various forms of martial arts as well as boxing. It's a well-traveled family as well. They're originally born and raised in Bedford, Ohio, but they spent time overseas in Yemen for a year. They moved to Egypt for a year. They are very religious family, very observant religious family, but that is a cohesive unit that leads to success.
Respect. Father's a teacher.
Uppercut.
Discipline test. Self-belief. All the things that the father has instilled in this young man, and the skills as you see him working those combinations. And,
oh, good body shot, Timmy. There was an uppercut about 20 seconds ago, and after that, you saw blood immediately come from the nose of LeBron.
Tess, this is not what you're watching right now. Is not a normal 20-year-old. I promise you that. Look how calm he is.
I was just about to say, did you just see how comfortable he was on the inside?
Ooh. Now he has LeBron now dripping. Look at the noise dripping, the blood dripping down his nose right now.
This is LeBron's 27th pro fight. This is a veteran guy who's been in against good competition. And early on, Mason is in complete control.
He's not coming forward anymore, LeBron.
Right.
He's stepping back. He's respecting the young man. He's putting combinations together. He hurt him with that shot.
It's over. Badly. Round number 2, and the young sensation Abdullah Mason has LeBron in trouble. Look at that face. Let's watch if this young man, this #1 prospect in the world, can close the show. Mason puts him down again. Right hooks did it this time. Just an onslaught of offense. LeBron's face a bloody mess. He's been down 2 times. Final seconds of round 2. Abdullah patiently just waiting on him. And LeBron's
getting in the range, nice short uppercut right there, but then comes around that guard. You understand that when you have the high guard, there's space around that guard. He hit him right on the ear.
Knockdown.
Second knockdown. Oh. Same spot.
Yep.
Over and over and over again. You can see LeBron right there. Doesn't like that.
Here, round number 3.
Look at the speed, the accuracy, the quickness.
His father told him to be patient and have some fun. Boy, oh boy, is it fun to be Abdullah Mason.
Yeah, but he's patient.
To be this good, this young.
Yeah, but he's patient, but he's assertive.
Yes.
That's the difference. He doesn't mind going to the action. He doesn't mind being close tests. He doesn't mind taking risks. That's what makes him so fun to
Combination
watch.
again. Left uppercut it started with. Stab jab from that southpaw position. Now posting, looking for range, possibly for that left hand. LeBron trying to fire back, trying to keep the young charging sensation off of him. Blood continues to stream from the nose. Body attack from Abdullah. Oh, wow. What a shot! Then it goes to the body. The hand speed, the total package. Upstairs, downstairs, LeBron's hurt again, backing up into that corner. They're going to throw in the towel. His tonight tweets about him saying he's the complete future. Here's how it all started, Timmy.
This beautiful work. Nice little up jab right there from Mason. Combinations on the inside. He's going to get to it right here. Those combinations. I haven't seen fast, accurate combinations like that since Roy Jones Jr. Understanding that he had his man hurt.
Number 3 for your winner by technical knockout, Abdullah Mason.
On February 1st, 2025, Angel Fierro and Isaac Pitbull Cruz collided in a brutal all-Mexican showdown. The stakes were elevated with the WBC Guerrero Azteca belt on the line, a symbolic title tied to Mexico's deep boxing tradition of grit and sacrifice. Fierro entered as a natural pressure fighter who thrives when fights turn chaotic and uncomfortable. He brought constant activity, forward momentum, and a willingness to trade in tight spaces without hesitation. But Cruz was known for his own brand of pressure, which was compact, explosive, and unapologetically physical. This matchup was never going to be about who stays clean or who looks sharper. It was always going to be about who is willing to stand in the center and absorb the storm longer than the other. And the answer was obvious.
Coming up later this month, and here we go.
Buckle your seatbelts for this one. And already they're getting after it.
Where's that feeling out process, Abner?
Never from Cruz. Just bother him. And Fierro said, hey, I'm going to sit in the pocket as well.
That's the way. That's the.
If Esau Cruz were to establish an up and down jab, he might have more success. But we know what Esau Cruz is all about. One gear forward.
Fight slow and compact, and that's what makes it so hard to be hit. That's what prevented Tank Davis and land punches as well.
It's reach advantage. We never expected that to be part of his game plan, and it's not. This is toe-to-toe fighting.
Oh, beautiful right hand from Cruz. As an uppercut, a straight punch and body work.
Whatever you want to say about his skill set, he comes to fight, Abner.
Oh, yeah. Does he ever? Yeah, he possesses power in both hands. But again, he's getting hit a lot.
We're in the final minute of this round, and already Cruz has thrown 64 punches. Fierro's thrown. Brian. Nice counter right hook by Cruz.
That Mexican fan base has long been the backbone of boxing.
Every punch being thrown with bad intentions. Fierro counters with a combination upstairs. Wow, man. It was Cruz doubling him up in connection.
Big left hook from Cruz there again.
Another left hook upstairs by Cruz.
Make mistakes.
Almost half of Cruz's power connects. World body punches. Cruz going upstairs, sweeping.
Beautiful jab, body work, straight jab, but again.
2 left hooks to the liver by Cruz, the right hand, short right by second. Punch by Cruz.
At one point, Morales trained him, and you have to understand, these are the fights Fierro prefers to be in.
We've seen from Cruz thus far. Cruz, beautiful. Lead left hook to the body. Cast of Mexican style of boxing, the willingness to take one.
That's a good one.
By crowding him with those short hooks inside. Oh, big right hand from Fierro.
Yes, Fierro comes back. And there lands another right, and here we go, toe-to-toe what the fans expected.
Look at that backbone of Fierro firing back, give and take.
Uppercut party. There ain't no party like an uppercut party, because an uppercut party don't stop plenty. What an exchange, what a round. Viva Mexico.
Wow. As they continue to get back to business here.
Winding up with that right hand. Lashes a stiff jab, but Fierro backed up to the ropes. In the head.
Distance. And he's right.
By Cruz.
But be careful, because every time that Cruz does that, he creates an opening for the uppercut, for the inside punches.
Especially in that last round, with the first round that he outlanded Cruz, and right now, hanging tough with him here in the 4th frame.
Well, it's hard to compare Fierro.
Wow!
Come back with a combination of his own, and that's what we're seeing tonight against these two fighters.
To the body, Fierro goes upstairs with a combination. Punches in bunches. Many of them landing flush.
See the right hand from Pitbull Cruz, beautiful, right in the chin, almost dropped.
See that focused body attack this round from Pitbull, but he's getting countered with the right hand by Fierro.
There was a good right hand upstairs by Pitbull. Leads with the right like Benavidez. We are through the midway point of the 5th round and the fight. And now Cruz connecting on Fierro.
Fierro.
You know, throwing those punches, is he gonna tire out?
Now the right hand lands for Cruz upstairs. Fierro beginning to miss, beginning to slow down in his rhythm as well.
No question about it.
Standing toe-to-toe against Cruz.
Counter right hand just misses for Fierro. Leads with the right hook and scores upstairs. There's a clipping right hand by Cruz. You know those primes don't last long.
Especially when someone like Pitbull turning pro at age 16.
Four-punch combination culminating with a left hook upstairs by Cruz.
Jab upstairs, jab downstairs, and the straight right hand. It's a beautiful left hook against...
Fierro trailing by 3 points on his scorecard. He gave Cruz the first 2 rounds. Fierro coming on.
Yeah, exactly. Coming on as far as putting pressure now in this round. Fierro, despite him taking...
But he's still in distance to eat the counter from the guy with the reach disadvantage. There's a couple of left hooks, make that 3-4, and Fierro unloading. Good block by Fierro. Brought up the left hand just in the nick of time to block that right from Cruz. For Cruz and Fierro, that's for sure. Conditioning is paramount. 6 on his unofficial scorecard for Cruz, so things are getting closer.
Yeah, and I can see what the game plan was now just by listening to the corner. Tire out Cruz.
Fierro avoiding that sweeping left hook and lands the jab. Cruz commits to the body again, but Fierro remains active up top, landing shots to the head. Yeah, now it's here in the 7th. A minute left.
Good body shot there from Cruz.
Another body shot. Oh, good combination by...
Took a talk to the possible Ryan Garcia fight, and he felt he'd been overlooked, and he's fighting that way up to this point.
It's a good personal, he said.
Remember, this is Cruz's bounce back from that Valenzuela fight. He wanted to send a big message.
Maybe the greatest trilogy that I've ever witnessed. I know there was a quadrology there, but in this...
Wow, great body work. Great fight. 2 Mexican warriors.
You have to wonder how the judges are going to be scoring these exchanges.
The way they're attacking each other is the way you would expect keyboard warriors to hit those keys as they're in the comment section. To hit round 9. Oh, the left hook lands for Cruz upstairs. Fierro continues to throw back. Hazard, this fight is now deadlocked. High drama in Sin City. Individually, 10-point must system. There's a right hook that lands upstairs for Cruz.
Those are the eye-catching.
We are watching them try to steal each other's souls in this scintillating scrap. Wow, lead left hook by Cruz catches Fierro on the chin.
Whether or not Fierro can ultimately pull off this upset, from the very beginning when this fight was announced, he's acted like he belongs in this ring.
Let's get a rematch. Let's see how it ends.
Give and take. Big left hand.
Oh, big left hand and the big right hand by Cruz. And now again, just standing in front of each other, swinging with bad intentions. Oh, he gets clipped, but still standing. Let's listen to this crowd. Hype, can you say Fight of the Year candidate? I knew you could.
My God, what a fight.
High drama as anticipated.
Look at this, look at this.
And so.
Two warriors not willing to take a backward step. Big left hand from Cruz once again.
Uppercut by Cruz, but Fierro overextending there. But see when he gets close, Cruz is landing. A visceral display of courage, skill, and determination that defines the essence of not only Mexican boxing, but boxing, period.
The WBC Aztec Warrior belt, Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Isaac Cruz's style is a nightmare for anyone in boxing. This man is so violent that even Gervonta Davis had a brutal reality check when he faced Cruz on short notice in 2021. But what can Abdullah Mason do differently? In August 2024, Abdullah Mason stepped in against Ohan Jr., a 19-2 professional carrying serious knockout power and a reputation that made every opponent think twice before engaging. This wasn't a soft touch or a confidence builder. It was a dangerous assignment against a fighter who could flip a fight with one clean shot. On paper, this was exactly the kind of matchup that could test Mason's chin, his patience, and the momentum he had been building with every outing. But what happened next was a serious reminder to the world of boxing that Mason was elite.
On Ohan, getting him in trouble. Oh, that body shot right there. Oh, right in the solar plexus.
And that's one of the things that Mason does so well. He finds the opening and he takes advantage of it. A nice counter there from Ohan, but good defense as Mason blocked that body shot with his forearm. But you can see that Ohan knows what he's doing in the ring. He's got a great boxing pedigree. And that's why it's such a good test for Abdullah Mason. He's going to have to maybe dig into his bag a little bit
He's
tonight.
going to have to. And what I like from Ohan right now is he's getting low. He's level changing right now. Keeping his lower center of gravity. Getting underneath a lot of the shots that Mason is throwing besides the body shots. And that right hook came, but he missed because Ohan got underneath that shot.
Nice uppercut there from Abdullah Mason, and Ohan was trying to land the right.
And again, that's the IQ of Mason, understanding and seeing what Ohan is doing, seeing that he's getting low.
Landing that right hook that sets up the left. And you see the crowd now getting into it here. They know talent when they see it.
And what's special about that is how short, crisp, and how explosive those shots are. How fast they are. Blazing fast. Extremely hard, sitting down on those shots. Those are not peppering type of punches.
Ooh, like that one, that uppercut that puts Ohan on the seat of his pants.
Never saw it coming.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The eyes, look at the prowling lion, ready to pounce. His name is Abdullah Mason, and Mike Ohan Jr. has 11 seconds to stay on his feet to survive round 1.
You want to get low? Well, guess what? I'm going to lift you up.
Like that. Good uppercut again.
You watch film, you see tendencies. That's what you see. Beautiful shot right there. Nice block. Taking contact and coming right underneath with that uppercut. He says, you want to duck low? Okay, I got something for you. I'll hit you up with the uppercut, right?
This kid is so much fun to watch.
Yes,
20 years old. The eyes, Tim.
Tells it all. The eyes tell it all. Laser focused. Concentrated all the way through. That's important. No, this is what I was talking about. What
There's
a straight
flurry,
left hand.
and that one puts Ohan down again, and he's got to think about what's next. In the corner is on there, and now we see that the fight has been called by Mark DeLuca in the blue corner. He had seen enough.
Hey.
What a blistering finish from this young man, Abdullah Mason. He gets to 15.
Profiling, knowing that his man was going to go in that position. If you watch film, he always goes in that position. Lined up perfectly for that straight left hand. Right down the middle.
My goodness. And you know what? I got to give Mark DeLuca credit because his job is to protect his fighter. And he did exactly that.
At 40 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner, Abdullah Mason.
If Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Abdullah Mason ever stepped into the ring together, it wouldn't feel like a normal step-up fight. It would feel like a collision between experience-built pressure and raw talent with everything to prove. Cruz is pure intensity. He is a fighter built on forward pressure, constant contact, and the ability to make every second feel physically uncomfortable for whoever is standing across from him. He doesn't wait for openings. He creates chaos until something breaks. Mason, on the other hand, represents the new wave of technical monsters. He is sharp, composed, and fast-growing into a fighter who looks increasingly confident handling different styles. He's young, explosive, and carries that dangerous mix of speed and timing that can flip fights in an instant. So the question writes itself, but it isn't simple. Can Mason's speed and composure hold up when the ring starts shrinking under Cruz's pressure? Or does Cruz drag him into deep waters where experience, physicality, and relentless pace become too much to handle? This would honestly be a seriously violent fight. But now I want to hear from you. Does Abdullah Mason's skill and speed keep him ahead of the storm? Or does Isaac Cruz turn it into a fight where experience and pressure take control? Drop your prediction in the comments. And if you enjoyed this fantasy breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more dream fights, boxing stories, and what if matchups coming your way.